Wine World. Yeah, the best of the planets from Interstellar is Wine World. I'm Jason,
and I'm Jules,
and
we doing.
I didn't know which one it was.
Me either.
Oh,
what are we doing tonight, Jason?
I picked a movie. It's called The Love Witch.
Are there no other witch movies?
Huh?
That exist?
I'm sure
that you could have chosen.
But this is.
How about Hocus Pocus? So yeah, when I first saw this, I was like, "Oh snap! It says 2016, but it looks like it's from the 60s." This might be a recently purchased re-release, and then I was like, "Well, that's a modern day cop car."
Yep.
The hell? Oh.
They knew H.G. Wells made the movie. He knew exactly what the future would hold.
Because that's the one thing. They don't have a budget for classic cars.
No, and I think it works wonderfully for it.
They got like that. The teacher's car is kind of an older car, but no, I think it's weird because for me, what really spoiled this film was that I didn't think it was. I mean, it wasn't designed to be sexy, so I'm confused. B, it's sort of extreme dedication to nailing the 60s feel. Makes it feel like it's really not about anything else. It's like watching a Grindhouse trailer come to, real life, but it was like the trailer you cared least about.
She-Wolves of the SS?
I'm going to need you to hit me with that synopsis.
You don't got anything for me about this movie?
No.
Modern day witch Elaine Parks, Samantha Robinson, uses her potions and feminine wiles to lure men into her love trap. But with each paramour's fleeting death, she grows exhausted and disillusioned trying to find her Mr. Right. That is, until the detective looking into her most recent partner's death, Detective Griff Meadows, seems to be the man of her dreams. Will these two kooky kids find love amidst all the inadvertent murders and growing crowd of villager r***s? Only time will tell for the Love Witch.
That got real dark.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, oh boy.
I said, are they trying to rape her?
Because they keep going burn her. I'm like, why are they putting her on the floor? That's happening.
I thought they were going to burn her, but she didn't have any clothes on. Yeah. And they're unbuckling their pants.
They all come in her. So yeah, man, this film, it starts off with the Love Witch just cruising down the highway.
Oh yeah, looking real good.
She's in her Stang.
Mm-hmm.
And she gets a bunch of voiceover.
You'll be okay. Ooh, she knows. I'm going to take a one.
Oh, are these Mr. Pretzel pretzels?
They're Aldi pretzels.
Oh. Have you ever had a Mr. Pretzel?
We can't afford that. This was nice of you. Hell yeah, you didn't give him a dirty bag?
Damn.
You know what we do? We keep a dirty bag around. Every night we each fart in that bag and seal it back up, and we give it to people we don't like.
You let Bruno get in on that too?
Bruno's farting down here, and Jules is like, it smells like poop right here. And then he's like, nope, it's over here. And then I was like, I smell it over here. I thought maybe you were pooping upstairs, but I didn't think it would travel through the floor.
So the cop pulls her over, and he's like, hey, your tail's lights out.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, oh, dang, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wispy. And he goes, yeah, word. I can let you off with a warning. Wow, wow.
Bewitched.
And then she gets to town. It's an old Victorian house. It's famous. It's called like the Care House or some shit. And all of a sudden, this redheaded English woman rolls up in her pant ensemble.
I'm an interior decorator.
She looks like she's getting ready to have Edward Scissorhands cut her hair.
Yeah.
And she brought ambrosia salad. And she's just like, oh, crikey. I didn't, you're here. This house was owned by a lady, and she had hired this redheaded lady to decorate the Love Witch's room.
The other lady from her coven owns the house, I believe.
Yes, that's correct. And the room is just like a 60s psychedelic hellscape.
Coven. Did you see American movie?
The name of the film is Coven.
It's pronounced Coven, man. What else could it be pronounced?
Coven. That's the proper pronunciation.
No.
Coven.
I was talking about that movie the other day.
Yeah, because you're thinking about covens?
No, I was thinking about a guy that reminded me of one of the guys.
Yeah, I was partying in my basement, and I always used to get, pissed off inside because
I would want to party really heavy and no one else would.
But it's like, yeah, there's, oil paintings of breastises everywhere.
Oh, Trish, I love it. It's just beautiful.
Really?
Candles. It's like candles are always lit even though nobody's there.
Yeah.
And
Safe.
the walls are, primary colors. It's like you're walking into a weird psychosexual, daycare nightmare or some shit.
You say psychosexual.
I do.
What you mean to say is it's groovy. That whole room is very groovy.
Yeah, it's far out, man.
Makes me want to go to a key party. Now!
Oh, yeah. And so she's like, I'm going to live here now, and I'm going to make my potions. I'm going to lament having inadvertently poisoned my ex-husband, men and her dogs. They go to like a tea house.
Giving men sex is a way of unlocking their love potential.
You sound as if you've been brainwashed by the patriarchy.
She goes to the park one day, and she sees this guy, and she goes, ooh la la.
And he's talking to another lady with blonde hair.
Yeah.
And she's staring him down from far away. And then he happens to spot her, and he's like,
Because he's just like, hey, what's up, girl? And she's like, yeah, I want to please you. He goes, oh, hot dog.
Well, you're right about the city. In fact, I have a house out in the woods about an hour from here. I like to go there whenever I can to, just think and read.
do you want to bring a girl to your cabin right now?
Shit, yeah, right.
I'll make you dinner.
Wording up.
She's the best.
And he goes up there with her, and she concocts a potion that she just gives him from her flask.
When she's laying on the ground in like her sexy nighty thing.
Yeah.
What is she saying? Send me love?
Love me. Love me. Love me.
It's so hot. But then at another point also they zoom in on her lips.
Yes.
And normally I don't necessarily want to see people's lips in a movie.
Yeah.
This might be one of the first times I was like, I want to kiss those lips. I want to kiss that love witch's lips. Can we do a boner check-in?
Yeah.
Yours is raging. That's yours?
That's yours.
Yeah, that is mine.
This movie, it does no boner for me, and I think it sucks, and I did not want to watch it.
I'm a fucking boner freak immediately in this movie. I fucking love
That's
this
so
lady.
insane.
I think she's so pretty.
Really?
I love her. I love her
boy.
whole vibe. Everything about this is the best.
See, that's great, because if that works, then the movie works. I did not find her anything. I didn't find anything in this movie. I did kind of like the British lady a little bit. And when she was
Really?
putting on that wig at the end, I was like,
What about the two weird blonde twins?
I keep just thinking of Dakota and Elle Fanning. And I'm like, they're sisters. They shouldn't be doing this together.
Oh, man. Okay, so she goes to
No, none of that. None of that. None of this. What about that old man who had the smallest penis you've probably ever seen?
Oh, yeah, you see a lot of peepees.
He's like leaning really hard, and it's just like, beep.
They're nervous.
Well, he's probably cold
That's true.
and old.
Don't they get way bigger when you get older? That's what I heard. I heard they just get longer.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it's the balls.
They just drag. Oh, yeah.
So she's in the woods with the professor, and she has him drink from the flask, and I believe it's the love potion.
They do that
she
in
made
in his
at the
car.
house. Yep. And then they go into the house. He keeps trying to he says he wants to fuck her right there in the car.
Yes.
With teenagers.
She's
'cause
like,
he's
no.
so into her. And she's
Dumb
like,
fuck.
let's go into the house.
And she cooks filet mignon.
And asparagus?
Something to that effect, yeah.
And he keeps
And
trying
wine.
to kiss her and stuff, but then she feeds him, and she seems to kind of get him to chill the fuck out a bit.
Kind of. Because he's like, wow, this is the best food. You made this for me. He's like a little kid. It's really annoying. And then
The concoction
he goes, I feel real weird.
Those are the hallucinogens I gave you.
What?
Your coat? It's so bright.
I always line my clothing.
It's like gym weed or some shit they call
Jimson
it.
weed, yeah.
And he's just like, oh, man, this is far out, man. And she's like, I'm going to put on a show for you.
Oof, okay. And so it's disco ball sparkles kind
Yeah.
of around the camera effects, and like she's shimmering a little bit here and there.
Yes.
And she disrobes.
Yes.
She's got the crazy old timey undies on, where the
Yes.
the stockings clip. That
But they're
thing
not
looks,
clipped the first time we see them.
No, that thing looks weird once the danglers are still there.
Yeah, that's
You're
what I
not
was
wearing-
like, what?
But then she disrobes completely, and her hair is covering her breasts mostly. And
It
she's-
does peek out a little bit.
and which is nice.
And yeah, it does it throughout the movie.
And what she says is, "You can make love to me now."
A woman with her complexion, she should have probably had on black underwear and stockings and garter.
Instead of light brown.
But yeah, and then he just like word up, and he just takes her to bed. He disrobes, and he has sex with her.
I bet it was so good. Oh man. Oh, I love this sequence. I thought it was so hot, Jules.
Did you?
Fuck,
oh my
this movie
god!
blew my mind. I loved it. I was,
Wow.
This is Crampton level shit for me.
Oh my god!
I know, right?
This is like Monument Avenue level shit for me.
That's fair.
To me. But he just starts losing his mind, and he becomes ill. And she's just like, "You're a little bit of a bitch."
Yeah, she's immediately like disgusted by him.
And then she brings in breakfast, and he's dead. She brings him breakfast and dead.
Good morning, Wayne.
Hi, Elaine.
And she goes, "Fuck," and then buries his ass. But she pees into a jar
And puts her
bloody tampon
tampon
in it.
there.
She leaves a totem for him and burns her jacket slightly on top of his grave, and then goes about her business. And she's upset. The redheaded lady, she has a husband. He's kind of ghoulish looking, but he's also kind of handsome.
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'm going out of town, love." And she goes, "Oh, word, I'm going to seduce your husband."
Yep. It's got to be done. He's the one now. He's
And-
the one now, dog.
This was one of my favorite parts of the movie. When she gives him that really big wine glass. It's so comically large. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's good.
Should we get those?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
What are we going to drink out of them?
Absinthe.
Oh, that piss.
And so he's losing his shit. She's allowing him to have an affair because he's like, my wife doesn't want me to do my fair stuff.
Bro, okay, yeah, because we skipped over the conversation earlier in the tea room. The Love Witch is like, I believe you should give yourself to a man fully. You
Yes.
should make love to him as much as he wants to. And she's like, what? If I caved to his every whim, I'd be wrecked.
Yeah.
I just fuck him
That
once
doesn't.
in a while.
No, she's just like, that's not. You shouldn't do that. You should hold something back.
She sounds like she does not fuck him ever.
Never love them more than they love you.
Do you think that's good advice? And that's not the way to love.
I believe that's exactly what you should do.
Oh, that's your move.
It is my move. I go just a little bit lower though.
What you got, love? Got a heart of stone.
Turns out I'm made of glass.
So she never fucks him. So as soon as this Love Witch comes around,
No, they do have sex.
him and his wife.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I thought you meant the witch.
She dangles it over his head.
She doesn't even have to try. I mean, to be fair though, she does drug them, so that's why she basically gives them ecstasy. So it's like without that, he probably would have been like, "No, I'll pass."
I don't know, man. She seems like the bestest lady. She's just like,
That's really insane.
she's like all about it. She just wants.
She's
you to be
barely a
happy.
character. She like doesn't exist. She has no personality.
I will make love. to
She's
you
not
nonstop.
that good looking, and her body is a little too thin for my liking.
Oh.
No. So she does him wrong, dirty style. Apparently, they have an ongoing affair that we don't see.
I would not take her love potion, but I'd be so good to her.
The
I want to die.
blonde chick that saw the teacher go with her to his cabin goes to the police, and this is when we're introduced to Griff.
Yeah.
And he's got a African American partner
Yep.
that gets him a sandwich later.
Who fucking looks like he's from 2016 or whenever this came out?
Yeah, he's way too
He
contemporary.
looks like a guy. He doesn't look like fucking Griff with his haircut. He's just like, I don't know.
I thought I had seen him prior, but I haven't. None of the things that he's in are really that voluminous, nor is it that, are any of them anything I've heard of. So Griff is assigned to the murder investigation of the. Oh no! See, that's what you get. Man, you're gonna get something. So they go to the doctor's cabin, And eventually they come in and they're like, oh my God, the smell. Because she just left the breakfast.
Oh, I thought she took a big shit on the floor.
No, there's a rotting breakfast.
And her big log?
No, that's far since dissipated.
It hasn't been that long.
Yeah, it's been
long
weeks.
Enough for a poo to disappear?
She's been having an affair with that woman's husband for an extended period of time.
How long is an extended period of time? She's out of town.
But he writes her a letter, and they have a picture together.
Yeah, a lot can happen in a weekend.
But this is like the weird 60s in 2016. So people, although she does use a smartphone later, they don't have the ability to take and print a camera in less than a week. So the cops investigating her now because of witches, and the town googly-eyed drunk does not like witches, and the town waitresses also do not like witches.
But witches are widely accepted. Everybody knows there's witches in this town.
Because there's that old guy who's like Lord Warlock, and he at one point had his way with Elaine, the main witch.
Yeah.
But he's also having sex with the Ileana Douglas of this world.
Blessed be Riled. Go home, witches. Go home.
Just ignore them. They're always giving us trouble.
Now the cop's looking at her, and she goes, well, hey, can we just go out on a date? And so they go to a fair, and it's this elaborate production for just them. And there's a really British-looking guy playing the court jester.
Yeah.
And they sing an elaborate, elongated song that's hard to get through. And they pretend as if they're giving them a marriage, but it's probably real. And then his partner goes, yo, man, I got evidence that suggests that your girlfriend's the killer.
Just put it on my desk.
The case is over. The chief said shut it down.
We don't bother the witches, and they don't bother us.
Hey, man, just because you're in love with her.
I mean, you could do yours.
What?
Even if they committed murder.
Yeah.
You're going to leave them alone even if they commit a murder?
He goes, just because you're in love with her, I'm not in love with her. And then he punches him in the face.
Mm-hmm. You're out of line.
Yeah, he does say that. And he is out of line.
Yes.
He leaves, though. So he goes to the bar, and she rolls. Oh, because Redhead's husband, he kills himself.
That's why you can't just be giving people love potions.
Yeah. Especially not if they're number 9.
Remember that movie?
Love potion number 9.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, there's people dying, and I'm in love with you, but I'm not, and you're a dumb bitch. And she goes, you cocksucker.
How could you? You're the saddest of them all because you aren't able to love.
But you'll be booked for burying Wayne Peters illegally. And we'll find out more.
Oh! That's the witch who killed the teacher!
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
And he goes, burn the witch.
And they're all screaming, burn the witch.
He does it first, though.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
And then they grab her. Mm-hmm. And they keep yelling, burn the witch.
And we're like, they're going to kill her.
And I'm like, what is this, a Radiohead song?
And I wanted them to, because it is, I wanted them to kill her because I was like, sure. I mean, I don't want her to die.
I thought this would be the perfect ending.
Right. She deserves to suffer for what she's done.
Yes.
But they're not going to burn her.
No.
They're going to fucking super rape her on the floor.
Burn the witch! 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 Burn the witch!
Yeah.
Griff's fighting, and they were like, I thought a guy stabbed him.
Yeah, it looked like a guy stabbed him.
I think maybe they were like, oh, wait, he can't get stabbed. Just cut that. And then, because he bounces back, grabs her, and they get the hell out of there. And they're banging on his car. Burn the witch. And then we see the googly guy get his moment. Burn her.
Is Googly Guy the guy that's a shit actor?
Yeah, and he looks like hell.
It's probably the director's dad or something.
And so he gets her out of there, and they go back to her crib, and he's busted up.
Hey, why did they go to her crib?
Oh, earlier, though, the redhead, she goes to her crib.
Yeah.
To leave the ring, and then she just starts putting on her makeup and her underwear and her. And I'm saying,
I like this too.
Right? That's what I'm talking about. The wig kind of ruins it.
She ain't no love witch, though.
The wig definitely ruins it, but it's at that point when. And she's got a nice figure, too. She got some meat on her.
She ain't no love witch.
And she sees that there's a cavalcade of photos of men that have passed away. And amongst them,
Ricky.
What's his
name?
Ricky Galecki.
Ricky Galecki. Johnny Galecki's dad.
My husband.
Maybe
And
John
then
Galecki's
the
son
witch
was-
comes out with a knife. Yeah, she's beating the shit out of her. She goes, stop. Oh, no. She's just like, koosh, koosh.
Did you think they were maybe going to
I was hoping.
trib?
I was
What do
hoping.
you call it?
Yeah. I was hoping a DD would just fall out of nowhere and they would. A double dog. A dirty dog.
What do they say at the end of Requiem for a Dream? I'll pick that for a
Ass to ass.
So, okay. So they had that battle. I thought that lady was going to die because the witch pours
Yeah.
herself a glass and she's like, crash, crash, die.
Yeah, it does.
Die.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't pour herself a drink.
Oh.
She grabs a medallion and she's caressing it.
Oh.
Crash, but nothing happens.
I made this up. Okay.
Her magic.
She could have
weak.
died, though. We don't know, right? Do we see her ever again?
No,
So why?
except at a funeral.
Why do Griff go with her to her house? Why didn't they go to the police station?
Because he's just trying to piece it together, man. He's
What
trying to,
the fuck? No.
And he's trying to figure out: do I let her go or do I love her? Because he's sitting there on the bed.
Those are the same thing, kind of, right? Do I let her go or do I love her?
Yeah.
Do she need to go to jail or do she need to suffer for her crimes? You see what I'm saying?
I do.
Okay.
And he's just sitting on her bed, and she's just like, "Homie, we can be this."
Did she ever fuck him? She never fucked.
No, they don't have sex.
Ooh.
They never consummated their marriage.
Ooh, the least you could do is get some of that.
So he
love
throws the
witch.
drink on the ground.
I wouldn't have thrown it on the ground. I would
She
have.
goes, "Oh my god!"
I maybe would have just had a little sip,
But then he just kind of lays down.
just for her.
So I think that's him kind of like choosing to be with her
No, I don't.
because he lays down and he does this.
I think he hates her though. I don't think that's.
Then he would just leave. You're not going to put yourself in a vulnerable position where you're most likely going to be stabbed.
I think he's like overwhelmed and bewitched a little.
You think he wants to be stabbed?
No,
He
but I think
deserves
she
it?
wouldn't have stabbed him if she thought she was going to have him.
Because he's like, I'm laying down.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was just going to get into bed and crawl up next to him.
And then she stabs him.
Ging, 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 ging. And then the movie's over.
It's not over. She ends up having that stupid flash of him. He's back now. He's like, I do love you and want to be with you forever.
Oh, yeah, that
but
was
he's
actually
in Renaissance fair garb.
Pretty effective because it was entirely silent except for like select sound effects.
Yeah. I'm a little bit mad she got away with it all. Okay, I like this movie. I found it to be relatively entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It probably didn't need to be 2 hours.
Usually when I bounce off of something completely, it's pretty consistently reliable to assume that you're going to like it.
Because I'm stupid?
No, because you like things, and I don't.
That is true. Okay, so
Did it give you a boner?
fucking give me so many boners. I'm still hard. It's terrible. I can't stop.
I don't want to say anything.
The amount of ejaculate coming out of me, I have an IV in.
You're just getting
I
fluid. You're going Diddy on it.
don't know when it's going to stop.
Yeah,
I can't stop, won't stop.
makes sense.
I'm going to give it a 6.25 for a fun time.
For just the movie.
Yeah, for a movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want my boner scale or do you want to tell me your...
No, give it to me.
This movie is... I'm going to give it like an 8.75.
Wow.
This movie fucking worked for me so
man.
good. I don't even know what to say. This movie makes me so horny, Jules.
Oh my god. All right.
What do you give the movie?
As a movie, I give it a 3. As a boner, I give it a 0.
That's fucking awesome. Okay.
I hate this movie.
Yeah, I got that. You tried watching it like 4 times?
I did it in 2 sessions. The first night I did 40 minutes. I said, that's it. The second night I watched it, but probably for 20 of those minutes I was playing with my cat.
I was really surprised at how fast it zipped by based on your text.
Oh my
messages.
god.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the boner for this month. You can find us on our link tree on Instagram. We doing filmographies at linktr.ee/we doing filmographies. You can go to the Now Playing Network.
Yeah, where you can listen to Tracks of the Damned
With Marcus
Ripley.
Jules?
Yeah.
I'm looking at that camera.
There you are.
Now I'm looking at this one. What's the movie for next month?
The movie for next month is Body of Evidence.
Oh.
It's Madonna.
Oh, shit. With Willem Dafoe?
With Willem Dafoe.
His big dick in the wax? Holy shit.
We doing it.
Do they both have gaps in their teeth?
Yeah. Well, Willem's just got a real sort of all-around space issue, but
I'm something of a cover girl myself. Wow. Crazy. I thought you were going to say The Last Seduction.
I looked at that.
You've already seen it.
And I said, nah.
We're talking about more Fiorentino.
I want to see the possibility of Madonna being nude.
Well, I've been Jason.
Oh. And I've been Jewel. What? Okay.
That's what happens when you worship the Kabbalah. And
Yeah.
we
did boners. She's with Ice Spice and Play.